Enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
That's no way to treat a guest. I'm Nakmor Kesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
Negative people and situations are obviously bad, but being a misanthropic social goblin and dangerously sexy dresser, the opposite end of the spectrum also annoys my nipples. If you will allow your sexy, well-hung, ultra super dangerous host a small indulgence to explain, as I will most likely engage in the kind of microscopic pettiness that would embarrass a Huffington Post reporter, or not. Let's start with an obvious one. There's this long-running joke about what a man should do if he goes to a woman's house and finds one of those live, laugh, love signs on the wall. Of course, the correct action is to quietly make your excuses, leave, and then return with a flamethrower and scorch this heresy from the earth. There are pod people out there for whom positivity isn't about something as admittedly vomit-inducing as feeling good. It's about angrily rubbing the scrotum of positive vibes across the unwilling faces of nearby peons. Literally spend 15 to 20 minutes going through your Facebook newsfeed and you'll discover countless examples of this itching groin rot on society. Imagine, if you will, going through the scary door to find some kind of monster. Imagine you had just split up with your partner. A normal, human positive person, for example, would say something along the lines of, "Oh, that's a shame, I hope you feel better soon. Things are bad now, but they always get better in time." You know, the usual platitudes, fair enough, but reasonably fair and balanced. The sort of thing that an average human brain might concoct. This other kind of positive person will say something like, "Oh, babes, they didn't deserve you anyway, they were never good enough for a princess like you." Utter ass scumpiles that they are. I bet his dick was smaller than an Asian black hole that was underfed as a child. You'll soar high into the clouds one day, and they continue off in this vein before inevitably misquoting Marilyn Monroe. You'll get this kind of cancerous diabetes causing positivity at your work as well. Often the more annoying manager or team leader in your section will come up with a litany of utter ball flavours in an attempt to boost team morale. That cheery email with a million exclamation marks announcing that there are donuts or cakes or direct sugar injection machines at the main table, and that they are planning a night out for the team to bond. Of course, the response of a paladin such as myself is along the lines of, "Susan, it's 2 minutes past 7 in the fucking morning. Everyone stinks of coffee and shoelaces. The night shift have left the pallor of sweat and self-harm, clinging to the office like a sodden coat worn by a maggot-infested corpse that's been fished from the nearest lake. I mean, God forbid people are ever allowed to be fucking miserable at work. It's pissing down outside." That means raining cats and dogs to Americans. "It's freezing. You had to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to eat an apple for breakfast before stumbling outside with still wet hair towards the urine-soaked bus stop to wait for a dirt-encrusted so-called bus filled with the lowest rungs on the social ladder. The air is so thick with unpleasant body odours that it resembles a soup-like film, smothering your skin and adding to the oppressive atmosphere of disdain and crushed hopes. Of course, the bus is delayed because some scumbag 4-year-old was sick everywhere, so like cattle being herded into the butchers, we are shoved from one stanking ass bus to another feces drenched failure mobile. Eventually, coated in sweat and yet chilled to the bone, you waddle from the bus to your workplace only to face some bitch in a bright green jumper offering you a cupcake and saying some pithy platitude like, "Cheer up, it might never happen." The only thing that's never going to happen is you getting a husband, you incomprehensible mess of a creature. Now, to a reasonable person, I may very well seem petty, small-minded, limp-dicked, and all of these things may very well be true. But overbearing, positive weirdos are just upsetting, like they refuse to accept the natural ups and downs of human emotion. No, of course not. According to them, we must all smile the terrified Richter's grin of an ISIS hostage. Have you ever watched children's TV? No, of course you haven't. Only a sadist or a creepy man-child longing for a simpler time would do. They are the epicenter of this kind of anus-widening positive clown shit. The TV presenters always have a gaggle of wide-eyed and racially diverse kids, hopefully not sexually active yet, although the lusty foam at the mouth looks the deranged presenters tend to give them concerns me greatly. They have the kind of cheeriness that only a first-time hit of meth can provide, that soaring feeling of euphoria and sexual chocolate, mixed with a side of tasting colours and trying to transform into a horse, like being sucked off but your entire body is the dick, if you know what I mean. I don't know why screaming at poorly dressed peasant children about making cookies or counting to 4 or let's go find the crayons in a room packed with crayons, crayon boxes, Amazon Prime deliveries of crayons, and is literally built out of fucking crayons is supposed to help educate these idiots. And they all do that overacting voice about everything, which is obviously why kids are all stupid, because adults talk stupid to them. Oh my, what's that? Is that a balloon? Wow, a balloon? You got a whole balloon? That's amazing. You're fucking sound, mate. Here's some weed. There's only one acceptable children's TV personality, and he is...
absolute total evil.
You love evil, and evil loves you. And why do they always sing? Kids need to learn that if you need to brush your teeth, you can't spend your life warbling towards magical furniture that will sing along as you awkwardly suck off a toothbrush, cleaning precisely 2 teeth in the process. And why is the fucking furniture always happy? Kids are literally being exposed to the most horrific types of existential torture that exist. The idea that a human soul could be flushed from the body like an important bag of cocaine being flushed down the pan before the cops bust in, and could be trapped in a fully sentient ottoman or footstool being used as a prop in some hideous minstrel show for nightmarish ghouls, as you spend eternity screaming inside your head for the mercy of a quick death without having one more incontinent scumbag child scooting all over what technically constitutes your face, even as the child physically removes it from the rest of your Medusa-inspired body gulag, forcing you to plumb even further into the satanic depths of grotesque depravity and misery. Anyone who says, I'm not perfect, but is normally about to ejaculate dinosaur shit all over the screen. I don't know what it is about slightly portly women that makes them salivate over the idea of angrily telling everyone just how positive they are about being fat or whatever. And it's always women. Fat men generally just tend to shut up and drink themselves to death or occupy the seat next to me on all forms of public transport. I feel like in my short video making career, I've ranted about people on Facebook and Twitter quite a lot, but I'm sure you'll all agree, as slight a generalisation as this may be, every single person on the internet is a dingleberry dipped in the broth of stir-fried eardrops and toenail clippings. I mean, look at this utter detritus. I doubt any gun could carry the amount of bullets I want to fire into the soft, innocent bodies of the children that make these posts. To cut a short story even shorter, the fundamental problem with this intense, sugary type of overacting super positiveness is that it's fake. It is contrary to the human condition. What was it the great philosopher James Tiberius Kirk once said? No, the other one. No, the other one. From that incredible masterpiece of cinematic excellence, Star Trek V.
This con man took away my pain. Damn it, Bones, you're a doctor. You know that pain and guilt can't be taken away with the wave of a magic wand. They're the things we carry with us, the things that make us who we are. We lose them, we lose ourselves. I don't want my pain taken away. I need my pain.
So you guys, if you like the video, press like, or don't press it, or subscribe, or don't, or like someone else's videos entirely, or go get your haircut, or find someone of the opposite sex, preferably a complete stranger, and ask them how often they scratch their genitals in public, because in the end, life doesn't matter at all.